Welcome, Addicts and family. My name is Michelle Moore. I go by Shell Moore, and I am going to be Maddox's third grade teacher this year, which is exciting for me, and I hope it will be for you as well. This is just a short introductory video to help you get to know me a little bit, for us to kind of go over that third grade English benchmark that Maddox took, what that scoring means, and how we're going to kind of structure her lessons moving forward in the school year, at least at the beginning. We'll make adjustments as we go along. That is one of the strengths of Epic's one-on-one format is that things that Maddox responds well to, we can continue using. We can change things as time goes on so Maddox can stay interested and excited about the subject material. We can just make all sorts of adjustments that it's difficult to do in a classroom. So, one of the things that we're going to do is take a little bit of information about me. Uh, First of all, I like to go by Mrs. M or Shell, either one. Maddox, you're free to call me whichever one you feel the most comfortable with. And Maddox's family, you are welcome to as well. So I've been teaching for 11 years. I have both a master's and a bachelor's degree. My bachelor's is in biology. So that's always a fun topic for me. And I do integrate that into some of the English materials, although we also do learn a lot of literature as well. You find me on a golf course on the weekends, especially this time of year. The weather's beautiful for golf. I also like to play Animal Crossing with my 8-year-old niece. I am a lifetime Girl Scout, so I've been working with people Maddox's age, older and younger, for lots of years, and I have 2 dogs, Chase and Finn. So let's just move right into looking at that benchmark score for Maddox in English. Her most recent reading test put her right at proficient for her grade level. She's in a great place to begin third grade. In fact, she is currently scored higher than 69% of her peers nationwide. So we're in a really good place to move her from proficient to mastery and beyond. Another set of scores to really look at for us, things that I focus on. The 69th percentile is what we were talking about in terms of Maddox's proficiency compared to others nationally. But I also like to look at the zone of proximal development, or ZPD. I can use this, and so can you, and this is what's exciting, is we can use this 3 to 4.4 range to find books for Maddox. And in fact, where I go and where you can go is ourbookfind.com. You'll do accelerated reader book finder. You'll do an advanced search. You'll type in that she's around grade 3. You'll put in that level. You can even put in topics and you can click search. When you do a search for Maddox, there are 3,000 titles for her to select from, which gives us a vast way to pick out books from the library that are going to challenge her without frustrating her. Also, for me as a teacher, it's going to let me find books for her to read. Again, challenging, but not frustrating, which is our goal. So, to kind of take a look at how I do things, so I set up lesson plans day to day, virtual lesson plans for the virtual days, at home one on one lesson plans for our one on one meeting times. So, a virtual lesson plan could look like this. Say we're going to begin day one going over the topic of finding main ideas and supporting details in third grade. So, I'm going to introduce this skill and this goal and what we hope to accomplish by the end of the week in a short 1 minute introduction. That way, Maddox knows where we're going with this skill and where I'd like us to be at the end of the week. Then on day one, we're going to spend a little bit of time going over the foundation that's already been set in kindergarten, first and second grade with a game to kind of get the brain rolling and to reassure Maddox that she already knows how to do some of this and that we're just going to build on that foundation. And then we'll spend 15 minutes on the main lesson. The first day. And for this one, I chose a website called vocabulary.com. It's also one that you have access to as well, but this is a great place for us to do a video on the main idea, do a little bit of work in that main idea, and take a quiz to see how well it went in terms of learning. Then we're going to spend the last 2 to 4 minutes every single day to have Maddox fill out a color coded rating sheet so she can self reflect on how well she did on the day's lesson. Those will build on themselves across the week and also help me have a good idea of where to kind of continue to steer Maddox so that we can master this one skill, main idea and supporting details, by the end of the week. That's our goal. So I use words for older students. I use colors for younger students. Maddox is kind of more in the color coded area, where really what I'm looking for here is tell me whether you're at 1, 2, 3, or 4, red, yellow, blue, or green. How well did you understand the lesson today? And then to give you an idea of what an in person instructional day might look like, again, if we're still working in that idea of supporting ideas and main ideas, this is our week for this. We're going to do a warm up together, Maddox and I. We're going to use real cards and kind of do a main idea supporting idea matching game. Then we're going to move into a freestyle mind map where I might actually ask Maddox to pick out a main idea, but then she's going to come up with the supporting details herself. That way it gives her an idea of doing that work. And then we're going to move into finding out how an author might do that. And again, picking them up out of a text. And as always, we're going to end that day color coding red, yellow, blue, and green. How well did I do with today's lesson and how comfortable am I feeling with those? At the end of the week, if Maddox has gone to mastery, we're going to celebrate that success. We'll do something a little bit fun on Friday to celebrate that she's done well and she's now mastered that skill set and we're moving into a new one. And again, with Epic's one-on-one system, she doesn't have to get it in a week. If it's taking her a little bit longer, I've got the time to spend with her. We can maybe do an extra one-on-one meeting. We're certainly going to add some virtual work in because you know what? The next lesson might be something that she's really good at and she's going to get it much quicker. We don't have to spend a whole 5 days on it. Maybe we're only going to spend 3 or 4. So that kind of gives you an idea. And as you know, at elementary school level, you're a partner in this. You're the one that's going to make sure that Maddox is doing the reading every day, that she's logged on to the computer on time, that she's focused on the lesson for the 30 minutes where she needs to sit and do that particular lesson for the day. You're crucial and critical to her success. And I'm really looking forward to working with you and with Maddox. Thank you so much for your time. And like I promised on this last slide, here are the resources that we talked about today, vocabulary and the Accelerated Reader Book Finder. I look forward to seeing you soon.